What is going on with Journey Together? Ever since Surging Sparks came out, it has been virtually impossible to find Pokemon cards, and Journey Together was no different. The hype train for this set looked like it was going straight to the moon, with the return of trainer Pokemon like the original Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge sets. However, 6 months later, and this set can be found in the wild and the single prices have been dropping. Fans have been disappointed to find these packs in Destined Rivals products, such as the Premium Collection, collection boxes and tins. This set looks like it's the new Steam Siege, which you could find in Sun and Moon products 2 generations after it was released. So let's find out what's happened to these singles and answer the key question on whether it is time to pick up some of these cards. So first, let's start out with the special illustration rares. So first of all, we're going to start with the main chase card of the set, Lily's Clefairy EX. When we come down here, we can see that it was stayed around $150 for the first about 3 months of its lifetime, but now has dramatically dropped down to $107, losing 28%. And the same can also be seen in the UK and over in Europe, although it's sort of been flirting around 130 euros to start off with, and you can get it at the moment for £110. Again, seeing the sort of the same fall, not quite as dramatic as we can see in America. Then we have the Salamence EX Special Illustration Rare, which again started life out at $133 and is very steadily, well not steadily, quite dramatically falls at first and has kind of found itself a nice home around $75. And if we look again back at Europe and the UK, we can see it dramatically rose to around £100, 100 euros, and then has been steadily falling around the €67, or right now you can get it for £64 in the UK. Then if we have a little look at the N Zoroark Special Illustration Rare, we can see another dramatic fall for this card. So again, starting off life as $145, falling all the way to $55, losing 61% of its value, which is absolutely crazy. If you're buying early, this just shows you should never FOMO at the very start of a set, because you would have lost almost $100 of your card, which is absolutely crazy. And again, if we look at over in Europe, it not quite as dramatic. It sort of stayed around the €60, £60, and it's gone to about £46 you get it for now in the UK. And over here we have Hop Zacian EX, the Special Illustration Rare, which started off life at $90 and has dramatically fallen as well, same as the other singles, all the way down to $34, losing 61% of its value. And if I'm honest, this is a nice illustration. However, my favourite is the Trainer Gallery version of Hop and Zacian. That artwork, I think, might be a little bit superior to this one. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me. And again, same in Europe and in England. You can get this card for around £36. You can see it's kind of been jumping up and down a bit there. Now we've got the Volcanion EX from Journey Together as well, the Special Illustration Rare. And it started off a little bit lower to start with. Started off at $39, then rose in April, stayed the same into April and May, but then has followed suit as the other cards and dramatically fallen down to $26, losing 32% of its value. And again, we can see the same here as well in Europe and the UK. We can get it for around £28. Then we come to the Iono's Bellibolt, which shot up straight away to $100. And then has fallen, and then fell down to $66 in May, and then just kind of steadily kept dropping, and you can get it now for around $53. And again, back in the UK, we get it for about £50. You can see that dramatic rise to start off with, and then just nicely finding itself a nice place in the market there. Then we've got the Ends Reshiram, one of my favourite illustration rares, actually, this one. I do love the art on this one. And when it first came out, started off life as $27, then actually dramatically fell down to $12, then jumped back up again in June to $22, but has again fallen to $14, losing 47% of its value, which is absolutely crazy. And again, same with Europe, and in fact there's quite an odd sale in the middle of September there where it jumped up to 27 euros, but you can usually get this for about £14-15 in the UK. And I was at a card show over the weekend and people were selling this card for 15. Now one we do need to look out for is the stamped version. And again, stamped version started off life as $64. Now how you get the stamped version is from the enhanced booster box. So when it first came out, you could get the enhanced version for $64, and then it dramatically fell to about $14, and then it's steadily risen again to $25. And if I'm honest, from this chart, I'd say it'd probably be worth picking up the stamp version. Pokemon fans, we love stamps. I'll probably pick that up while it's still cheap, because this card, I can just imagine getting higher and higher. There are less of these available. Not a lot of stores have the enhanced version, so definitely keep an eye out for the stamped version there. And then we have the Articuno, which I love this illustration around. If I'm really honest, I love the cards in this set. I think it might be a little bit of a sleeper set. And it starts off at $38 and then dramatically falls and then steadily finds its place at around $18, losing 52% of its value. And if we go over into Europe and into the UK, we can again get it for around £23 or €20, and it sort of started off life 28 euros and then just found its place in the market. And now my favorite card from the set, the Wailord, the big chunky boy, everyone's favorite giantest Pokemon. If we come have a look down here, he started off life as $56, as he rightfully should, and then he dramatically fell, like the giant whale he is, to around $15. And again, he's kind of settled around $15 after that. He went even lower back in July to $12, but you can pick him up for $15. I think it's a great card. If you can get him $15, pick him up, build a deck, have 4 of these. It'd be absolutely fantastic. And we can see the same in Europe. You can get him for about £16 in the UK, and randomly, yesterday there was a sale of €36. I hope that's a bit of an anomaly. I think someone's a bit overpaid there, unless someone's trying to do a massive buyout on Wailords. Now, one thing that's always very interesting to remember with the set, if I'm honest, I love these cards. I think the illustration work is really, really nice, and there's something about it being the trainer Pokemon as well. It is nostalgic. It does sort of play on Pokemon fans in that way, and American YouTubers and American Pokemon fans have a huge influence over the Pokemon world, if I'm honest. And you can see that sort of in the UK at the moment. If I'm honest, in the UK, you can't even find Journey Together. But because it's easy to find in America, people are now overlooking Journey Together as if it's some sort of readily available set. When it's not over here in the UK, it's actually really hard to find. If you can find it, pick it up if you can. It's not very often that the top chase card is $100. If we look at Bubble Mew, he's crazy at the moment. It's a $600 card. And the other cards just falling to the $50, $30 mark. You could almost complete a master set for under $200, which would be pretty impressive. But another thing to think about is with Mega Revolution and Phantasmal Flames, people's eyes will be completely off this set. People are going to forget about it, which means the prices will probably fall a little bit further. They'll probably dip. The ends rush around with the stamp? Probably not. He'll probably keep rising, but I reckon the others will probably dip as people move on to the next new shiny thing, especially Phantasmal Flames. You've got a Mega Gengar in there. You've got a Mega Charizard. It's the perfect storm for an absolutely crazy set. It's going to be like Prismatic. It's going to be like 151. We're not going to even see it. We already know that bots have somehow gone in and already ordered it all off the Pokemon Center, and they are trying to fix that problem still as we are speaking. So keep an eye on Journey Together. I know I am. I'm going to hopefully be picking up a load. Another thing to remember is that the illustration rares in this set, the rest of them, are all under $10. You can grab the Noibat for like $5, £5. You could get it for £4, and if you go to a card show, best way to do it, because then you're not even paying postage. And you can look around, and a lot of these Journey Together illustrations are under £10, under $10. And you can go around card shows and you can pick up all of them for about £50. Do a deal with somebody. It's a great way to pick them up. So let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be picking up any of these singles. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe down below, and let me know whether you're going to buy some of these singles for your collection. But I couldn't just end the video there, so we're going to do 2 pack openings for you. I have a code card for you guys. So will we get anything from this pack? We unfortunately didn't get anything from this pack, so let's try the next one. Now, I won't lie, I've accidentally completely knocked over the camera a couple of times this one. I've made a bit of a hash of this pack opening. I apologise. Will we get anything from this pack? We'll get a... Oh, nice. A full art Salamence EX. So I can't complain. And what a card to end on. Thanks again for watching. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and good night.